Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo August 2, 2022. While you can begin the day wanting regularity and familiarity, there can be some mental strain as the day advances. Obstacles are possible due to a Mercury-Saturn opposition. With Saturn transiting your sector that rules career goals, responsibility, and status until next year, you get the chance to firm up these areas of your life, but the process can sometimes frustrate you. You may be dealing with the less flattering elements of your work or responsibilities. Feeling the weight of your duties makes unwinding a challenge. When it comes to others' feedback, try to tune out the harmful elements, if any, and focus on constructive ones. Negativity could pop up for you to face both today and tomorrow. This is because mental Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication, is stirring the pot yet again. He has been arrogantly charging through the sky and will soon catch the fury of an icy Saturn. This guarantees that you could feel quite lonely, sad, and depressed. You may notice as challenges crop up and relationship matters are taxed. Don't make any significant decisions in life or love because you won't be thinking clearly and could end up regretting them in the end. Bad news may deflate you. Enjoy the sleep presence of the moon being void of course for most of your workday. You do not really need much of a reason to relax, so lethargic Luna brings down any sort of drive to work hard. But you might feel more particular about your passion projects when the moon leaves its listless state for vigilant Virgo. You might feel notably more mentally alert and aware of what you need to do. Once you find a project to work on, you will become increasingly busier throughout the rest of your day. You might need to be a little stricter with your budget. You tend to be a bit extravagant at times, and these habits could be catching up with you. Maybe you need to put more money aside for the next few months. Or perhaps you should pay off some credit card debt. Don't be discouraged as you attend to these obligations. If you need more money, maybe it's time to be more assertive about your career goals. Your social life is due to suffer some turbulence. You feel put down by friends and family or even get into arguments with them. Take a critical look at yourself. Perhaps you are asking too much of your loved ones. Hold back a little and resolve the issues by talking to them instead of trying to have your own way all the time. You're spending a lot of time with someone you still don't feel really close to yet. That's about to change, but it might be tough until then. Be patient, it'll click. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you desire. If you're not looking for rejection, try to develop a gentler and serene attitude, then those you meet find you to be a far more attractive proposition to date. Today, your mind is likely to be on travel, both short-term and long-term. You might have to spend a lot of time in the car today, running some errands nearby, and you could also be thinking in terms of planning a long vacation, perhaps one centered around a group function or seminar of some sort. Your physical energy is high, but there's still the danger of tiring yourself out. In the evening, relax at home. Today's vibrations are going to allow you to finally harvest the fruits of your labor. If you weren't so modest and discreet, you could benefit from a promotion or an encounter in your sentimental life. But your temperament makes you keep a low profile even in the most favorable situations. Apart from a small amount of anxiety at the beginning of the day, you are in great shape and your kindness won't miss touching more than one of the people you collaborate with. Keep up the rhythm. As much as the moon might spend its final hours in Virgo clashed with planets in your relationship sector, the timing couldn't be better. This is something that happens with every monthly visit and is key to better understanding what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Any personal and/or relationship tension this might create or buttons this might push are temporary, but the insight is priceless. The difference this time is that it comes just 2 days before Mercury, the planet of communication, is due to return to Virgo. Whether it is a friendly aspect to Pluto in your romantic sector or a clash with Neptune in your relationship sector, the moon's final hours in Virgo is energizing things on the romantic and relationship fronts. While the moon can fuel strong emotional responses with Mercury, the planet of communication just 2 days away from Virgo, they will soon find a voice. Our eyes in the sky. There is big Leo energy around you with both the Sun and Mercury surrounding you with love and light, but the big planetary news today is relationship-focused, balance-seeking asteroid Juno heading retrograde in procrastinator Pisces. Any interpersonal struggles that you've tried to cover up float to the surface now, and you'll have a hard time ignoring them under this self-reflective retro motion. Some good questions to ask yourself during this retrograde cycle will be why you're in the relationships you're in, and if the partnerships in your life have an equal sense of give and take. You might not have any huge epiphanies or aha moments now, but putting yourself on the track toward figuring out which relationships work and which ones need more effort is a big step forward for you while Juno spins backward. Passions are high, and we might be moved to fight for others' rights, knowing that is the just thing to campaign for all to be able to exercise their freedom of expression. Who knew that our pain could be best exorcised by taking the focus, and therefore, the weight of expectation, off of ourselves, and witnessing self-doubt through another's eyes? Under this influence, we can assist others with their problems, healing our own fear of incompetence in the process. Close friends benefit from our guidance and trust our judgment, as it is clear we have lived through similar situations and can provide sound advice for dealing with their dilemmas. In the morning, the Leo moon squares off with Jupiter in Aries, stimulating self-indulgence. As the moon transits Leo, we crave safety and comfort, and we might believe that we can sate our appetite for security by feeding our cravings, Jupiter style. For this reason, be conscious of how coping mechanisms can become unhealthy. We might go overboard trying to protect or nurture those who have not requested our help. Avoid eating or drinking to excess. This transit will pass quickly, and we probably won't suffer too many ill effects. However, we should be conscious of how we perceive voids and the ways we seek to fill them. We might long to be around loved ones, those with whom we are safe expressing our emotions. We can easily pour our devotional feelings into our pets, home environments, creative projects, or even our work. However, it is more likely that this aspect will manifest in a desire to socialize. Although we incline to give love at this time, be mindful that you are worthy of receiving it too, even if you haven't done anything to earn it. Your interests are still varied, but you see the value in more practical viewpoints. The only person who might be judgmental about your life is you. Give yourself a hug and try to embrace your unique qualities. Understand that you're an amazing person who relishes originality. The flip side to this transit is that emotions may be erratic and temperamental. Take a step back from a situation if you feel that it's ready to combust. Take a momentary pause in an argument or with your inner frustrations to help calm you down. This will also allow you to think from a rational and clear-headed perspective, which can be hard to do when emotions accelerate and reach fever pitch.